Good afternoon. Thanks for joining me. This is Jessie. Really quick, I want to correct something that I left out of one of my earlier videos when I was going over some people who I know in real life who I had told about this channel. I neglected to mention Taylor, and I just want to give a shout out and a hey Taylor, because she was one of my first subscribers and she is such a good friend of mine, and she gives me feedback on the channel, and so I feel so bad that I didn't write a script for that before I put it on the channel, because she should have been there. She's one of the few people that I told about this channel, and so I just want to say hi Taylor, thanks for all your feedback. Today is Book Deal Wednesday. It's a working title. I will probably change that at some point or another. But the first books that we're going to go over are from Amazon. Amazon sent me the ebook deals today, and the first one is Clay's Ark by Octavia Butler, which is on sale for $1.99. Octavia Butler is one of those, high-ranking names. If you see something on sale by them, you go and you get it. There is another one on this list, so stay tuned for that, but it is from another source, and so the ones I'm going over right now are just from Amazon. The second one is Beautiful Creatures by Garcia and Margaret Stohl. That is on sale for $3.99. Golden Age by James Maxwell is on sale for 99 cents. And Book Riot sent me some Kidlit deals. As I'm going through this with you, I am also finding out stuff that I hadn't noticed before, such as the Kidlit deals are sent to me only on Wednesdays. Over and Under the Pond by Kate Messne and Christopher Silas is $2. Avatar: The Last Airbender Imbalance Part 2 is $3. All the Big Nate books by Lincoln Peirce are $5 each. Yellow Star by Jennifer Roy is $1. Chasing Space by Leland Melvin is $5. And My Brigadista Year by Katherine Paterson. She's the author of Jacob Have I Loved and The Bridge to Terabithia. That is on sale for $1. Also from Book Riot, but not Kidlit, we have The Trial of Lizzie Borden by Cara Robertson, which is $2.99. Temper by Layne Fargo is $1.99. I Might Regret This by Abbi Jacobson is $3.99. The Last Story of Mina Lee is $3.99. Providence by Max Berry is $1.99. My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix is $2.99. Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa is $1.99. Hunted by the Sky, which is one I think I had mentioned in one of my earlier videos that sounded really good, by Tanaz Bathina is $2.99. There is a Joe Hill ebook bundle, which I also mentioned, I think, in my earlier video this week. It was not just the heart-shaped box. There's other books in there as well. Nosfori 2 is in there. And then I think there's two other books in there. So it's an ebook bundle, and that's on sale for $3.99. Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler is the other Octavia Butler book that I mentioned. That's on sale for $2.99. Rewrite the Stars from Black... Ooh, this is from Black Rose Writing. Sorry, I didn't segue there. So this one is from Black Rose Writing, which is the small publishing press out of Castroville, Texas, which is where I moved from. Rewrite the Stars by Christina Consolino is still free as of this video. Book Barbarian. So we have A Ritual of Fire by J.L. Hendrix and J.A. Cipriano. This is free, but I have to say there's a lot going on here. When I read the synopsis on the Book Barbarian email, it was all over the place. It was like an investigation, and there were shape-shifting people who shape-shifted into dragons, and there were vampires. I don't know. It was all over the place, but it's free. The Illyrian by D.P. Rowell is also free. The Surrogacy Trade Trilogy is on sale for 99 cents. This sounds interesting. So I guess it's like a post-apocalyptic kind of thing, and the earth has been divided into the north and the south, and the north is, I guess they're doing okay. because of a program that's been written or something. But the Southern Hemisphere, they're not doing okay. And people are trading daughters or women or girls for surrogacy in order to obtain potable water, I think is what the synopsis said. It sounds really interesting. It's a trilogy and it's 99 cents, so I think I am going to probably be purchasing that. The Call of Kithshire is free. Now, I've mentioned Button Poetry before. Poetry nerd. And it's Poetry Month. So Button Poetry is 10 years old, and they are giving away a copy of Our Numbered Days by Neil Hilborn when you spend $25. And my understanding is that this is a hard copy of the book when you spend $25 on their website, which is mostly hard copy books from what I understand. NetGalley has a whole bunch of new books. I mean, they always do. They have a whole bunch of new books that you can request for advanced reader copies. The ones that I've seen over the last couple days come through have really been interesting to me. You might want to check them out if you are on NetGalley but haven't been there for a while. Go see what's available for requests. It looks pretty good right now. Now, the Barnes & Noble's Nook Daily Dealer. Barnes & Noble's Nook Daily Deal is D, A Tale of Two Worlds by Michelle Faber. I think that's how you pronounce it. So I saw on the picture of the book that Neil Gaiman says that it's glorious. And then when I went to look it up, I saw that Washington Post called it a strange delight. And I'm like, ooh, I'm a strangeling. It sounds interesting, especially since it's the author of the Book of Strange New Things, I think. Yeah, the Book of Strange New Things. So the Barnes & Noble email, they really missed an opportunity probably to get a lot more buyers than they would have if they had included the entire synopsis of the book. So what Barnes & Noble sent me is, it all starts on the morning the letter D disappears from language. First, it vanishes from D. Kilo's parents' conversation at breakfast, then from the road signs outside and from her school dinners. Soon the local dentist and the neighbor's Dalmatian are missing, and even the donkey derby has been called off. I mean, what do you do with that, right? But because Neil Gaiman gave a blurb, and because it is by this author, I took the opportunity to go to Goodreads to see exactly what this is about. And there was more to the description than Barnes & Noble included in their email. And let me read this to you. So the rest of the description reads, set between England and the wintry land of Liminus. Done. I'm gonna buy it. I mean, it sounds like it may be parallel to Narnia, like along the same lines. There's a wintry land. I'm done. I'm gonna buy it. A world enslaved by the monstrous Gamp and populated by fearsome, enchanting creatures. D, A Tale of Two Worlds, is told with simple beauty and warmth. Its celebration of moral courage and free thinking is a powerful reminder of our human capacity for strength, hope, and justice. Yep. All right, so I'm definitely gonna spend the $2.99 to buy that book. It is $2.99. And then I entered a contest on Torteen to win a book, and they sent me a newsletter. And the newsletter included a sneak peek, which is, I think, just chapter 1 of Like, Never, and Always by Anne Aguirre. So I went to read it, and understanding that this is a Torteen, not just Tor, but Torteen. And I mean, the concept is interesting. It was enough to get me to click on the sneak peek to kind of feel out the author and the story. I couldn't. So anyways, moving on. Macmillan also has some ebook deals going on as well. You have A Gathering of Secrets by Linda Castillo, which is $2.99. You have Game of Bones by Carolyn Haynes, which is $2.99. After Party by Daryl Gregory is $2.99, and Semiosis by Sue Burke is $2.99. Semiosis is part of a duology, and the second one is Interference, and it sounds like a post-apocalyptic science fiction type thing where humanity ends up on a different planet. But instead of like, are we going to make it on this other planet? Like, I guess there's other sentient beings on the planet, which is kind of spooky. And so I'm not sure whether we get into a battle or like we start working together with them, but it sounded really good. So that's something you might want to check out. I don't really have too much else. I'm trying to remember if I had anything else to tell you. No. Oh, yeah, my poetry class. So this play that I told you that I've been trying to work through for my poetry class. So I guess I just completely glossed over part of the whole project assignment. I was just looking at like the due dates, how many pages it had to be, how long it had to be, going over the play and what I have written so far, with not just our professor, but like people who are part of the theater side of OSU. And it's going to be like played out by like actors that they have from, I'm not sure whether they're from OSU or from a local theater thing, but yeah, that's interesting. I think I'm done with my 15-page story. I still haven't finished my paper on my Arthurian Legends paper, which I finally decided on a theme, and it's going to be the morality, such as it is, of the knights and kings in the Arthurian Legends. And what I'm really aiming for is to deep dive into how we view chivalry, like the definition of chivalry and chivalric code, and how strange it is that these are the things that we are basing the knights off of. Because if you read like Geoffrey of Monmouth, Marie de France, Crétin de Troyes, right now we're on Mallory still, because it's a pretty intense tome there. There's a lot of violence and questionable behavior. So that's what my paper is going to be on. And then I just looked at my intro to social work also, and I did not realize I had a paper on that also. Fun times. So I am probably going to be working on that for most of the weekend. I am going to try to get my end of the week video in, and I have started going through my books and writing down passages that I want to include on that deep dive into the horses of literature, namely fantasy lit. I think it's going to be really interesting. There's a lot more than I realized in some of the books that I've read. Like some of them stood out, like Bella from The Wheel of Time, Shadowfax from Lord of the Rings. But when I'm going back through these books, there's a lot more than just Shadowfax and Bella. There's a lot of horses. They have names. Some of them have personalities. And so it's going to be a lot more than I thought. It's probably going to be one of my longer videos. Anyways, I guess that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe below, and have a wonderful day.